Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Well, and today I want to do something more dark, more creepy, some special effects maybe, something like that, so I can actually dive into the topic of my Instagram handle, and yeah, maybe it will be interesting, maybe not so much, but I missed special effects, so I need to do something about it. Let's get started. And surely first thing that I needed to do is to remove my previous makeup. This is what we start with. This is just a bare skin, nothing on it. So first we need to protect the skin, and for that I'm going to use a couple of primers and moisturizing lotion, because the dye or paint can be very strict with your skin and you don't want to mess up with it. But before doing the moisturizing thing, I need to cover up my eyebrows, and I need to do something with this piece, which is basically the prosthetic that I'm going to use today for the scar. So let me block my eyebrows quickly, and then I will cut this thing down into the desired size, and I will come back in a moment. So I did the blocking of eyebrow on this side completely, and I cut the longer strip to two shorter pieces, because I think this will be better for the scar itself. So two parts of the scar. And I'm going to start with the liquid latex, because I need to cover this area and this area. And usually you need to think about what the scar is from, basically. So is it a burn? Is it because of the someone got hit or something else? So the nature of the scar really depends on what was the reason for the scar. And I'm going to use the liquid latex. So this is the bottle. You can buy it from Amazon, like 10 euros per bottle. It's a very nice one. It's very sticky, so you have to be careful about this. I also recommend to keep it with a tight something on top. Something that can hold basically the whole situation. And I'm going to use just a regular cup. This is a cup from my home country. And if you're interested what it is, I can tell you. Just leave me a comment below. Maybe I will talk about my home country in some video. Yeah, so what I'm doing is just getting some liquid latex in here, and this thing should be covered up again, because if you don't do that, it will dry out so quickly, and you don't want to waste the whole bottle of the liquid latex. This is not a good thing to do. So the next thing is a makeup wedge. I already cut off some parts, so it doesn't matter really. And this thing is very liquidy, so you have to be careful with it, because if it will get onto any part of your fabric or anything else, it will stay there forever. You will not get rid of the latex from your fabric. Just don't do that at the end. Yeah. And I'm going over the most the parts that actually can get the hit, I guess. So I'm going over here. Just a light dab of latex, so the thing will stick on it. And same here. And a bit under the brow. And if it will get into your hair, this is gonna be a pain to get rid of. So that's why I blocked the brow first. And I'm trying to be very careful with that in general. So the first part of the thing that I have is actually, it has a textured stuff, and it has a more plain base in here. I just made it with the tissue, and I took the tissue and I laid it down on the flat surface and dabbed the liquid latex all over it, so you can get this thingy. And I'm sticking this to myself. That's pretty much it. And the same goes for the upper part. Just make sure that it's not gonna mess up with your body or anything. And I also think that this part here is too wide. So I'm taking this and I'm just cutting off some piece to make it less higher. Yes, I want it higher. See how it gets rid of the glue on my eyebrow just because it's so sticky. And then I'm actually taking the same latex and I'm going over the scar on the sides. Just a little bit, not too much. Just to help it kind of blend. The more you spread out, the harder it will become to cover with the color later. So I just need a few edges and not more than that. You can also put it under and stick it there. And it's easily, at this point it's easily removable. And you can touch it. You know that glue thing that most of us did during the childhood, when you put the PVA glue or something on your palm or anywhere and you just wait till it dries and just take it out? This is exactly what latex does. This is kind of satisfying, to be honest. And yeah, these flaps are not glued down. I'm taking care of that. And it will really quickly dry out, and when it becomes transparent, you're basically done. Just be careful for the area around the eyes, because it's ammonia and you don't need any ammonia in your eyes. And be careful about the brows. Yes, you will get rid of it, but you may get rid of your eyebrow too at the same time. Slowly and carefully. On the previous time I actually used cotton, but it's not the best decision, so I decided to not repeat it this time. And I'm just working with the prosthetic itself. And you can actually see how it dries out. Also, it will be harder to move your face when you have this thing on, so place it strategically. And now basically a couple layers, and let's wait till it dries out. After it's kinda set and you can not see the white that much anymore, you just take the powder or baby powder, it's also okay, and you take some amount of it and you powder the heck out of this thing so it won't be that sticky. The most tricky part for me is the color of my character, because I want to make her a dark elf, and dark elves are usually somewhat purple, blue, something like that, because most of them are literally dark, and some of them are undead, so I'm going for the partly dead version, I guess. Maybe not, I'm not quite sure, you can tell me in the comments later after the video. But yeah, this is the initial part, and now I'm going to switch the clothes and start with the actual painting process. I'll be back in a moment for you and in like 5 minutes for myself. So I've used a lotion and a bit of a primer to actually like get my face into the normal state, and I will start actually with outlining in the darker color the scar around. So I can have the darker color first, and then I will mix the actual like color of the skin tone that I want, and from there we will go further. So sorry for searching for brushes for so long, because it's just hard for me to decide which one to take. I'm using the cream color wheel, and on the primed surface for the lotion, creams will actually be better, because it's harder to explain, but aqua color doesn't lay that nicely when you have something like primer, and yeah. So basically I want to outline this thing with the darker color, and maybe I will go over it a bit as well. I'm just not sure, and the main concern that I have is actually the color of my character, because she's so dark. And how would the actual scar look on her if she's so dark? That is the question. So I'm taking this, I'm trying to stretch it a bit. You can see how different the color lays on the scarring tissue and on the normal skin. So, and you have edges of the latex too, so this ends up. And I cannot leave it blank too, it's just weird. And I'm using my fingers because I need to add some warmth, I guess, to it. And this is the weirdest situation, see? Right here. And yeah, I'm coloring over it with the dark too. And the skin inside of this area. Maybe red will go normally, because it's like a scar. Let's just try that. I have no idea if I'm making a mistake here, but this is what I do. And I was also thinking to add some white into this reddish mix, just because usually scars are lighter in color. Some are darker, some are lighter for sure. But how am I holding it? Just so it won't be that prominent. Maybe I will later just cover it up with my foundation. I don't know. And now for the main color of the character. Oof, that is a harsh one. I'm taking this amount of the purplish blue, and approximately the same amount for the white. Here and here. And some pink just for the sake of being here. And maybe a pump of this. So this hell of a mixture is going to be the skin color. Yeah, let me mix it thoroughly and I will be back. So as you can see, I've tested out the mixed shade. It's right here. Very pretty in my opinion. So I'm actually going to dab it all over the face and then spread it out. And of course, here. I feel myself like an abstract painting right now. Good that I'm not going out today anymore. And now do I look like a Smurf? Because I think so. Just this reminds me of Smurfs. so badly. And I'm trying to cover up it as evenly as I can, but it's not gonna work. So I have to just stick with whatever I get. And basically all of it needs to be set with the powder. As you can see, I mentioned that this is gonna be a bit whiter than I would love to. That's why I'm going to go over it with another color. This part, by the way, looks better in my opinion, so maybe I should go over with the red one once again. And maybe I need to mix it with the white a bit. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Because despite the dark blue skin tone, they're still supposed to be pink on the inside. Even though elves are not human, but still. And to cover up my badly executed SFX work, I will go over with a scab blad. That's the only thing I see right now that's gonna help and save something around this area. Yeah. This is the same thing as when you fall down and you get rid of part of your skin, then you have that raised scar, if you know what I mean, and I'm going to use that. So I have the thick stage blood. It's actually all covered in blood, weirdly, so the whole bottle is not very nice because it leaks. It's really thick, so I'm using a tiny brush, just taking a bit of it and going over the edges, but not completely everywhere. So I think this area, as it moves, is gonna take more bloody perspective. And this edge. So it's not that deep of a scar. And the outside areas I will just darken up with the actual eyeshadow. This is what I'm going to do next. Let's move on to that. Oops, I didn't record this part, but what I did, I went over the whole area with red, and then I took the bloody scab that I have here and I tried to like add some darker areas into this look, so it will look like almost fresh trauma, almost. I need to darken up this thing with the purple probably, because this is actually a bruise wheel, so this is supposed to be the bruising compartment. And yeah, I'm just playing around with it, adding this and that into here and there, and yeah. I know that's a weird explanation, but this is how I do with this look, and by far I'm pretty pleased with this. So I can move further with the eyes and the shading. So I powdered myself out, and now I can basically start with some shading, and I decided to take more of so this is somewhat done, and now I'm taking the dark brown and this kind of brush, and I'm just going over areas that I need to highlight. I mean to shadow, to contour, opposite to highlight. And I'm doing this with my cheekbones and any structure like that, so you can add a bit of the black. And yeah. Yeah, that's the basic shading. I'm pretty pleased with this. Maybe I will add more onto this area. Yeah, I think I'll add more. Just a bit more black. But sunken in cheeks. That's better. Just the bone structure. And now I'm going to give her dark black, dark grey, smoky eye look, and like nothing too serious about it. I will skip it in the tutorial itself because it's just basic makeup, so see you in a moment. So I've mixed this bloody color and I'm going to try it out now. Because logically, if she had some kind of blood in here, she's supposed to have some things like that. And everything here will also be covered in the same. A lot of enemies for sure, can't escape that. It looks okay to me, honestly. And I will add the black lips or red lips, I'm not sure yet. Dark red probably will be good. And I will add lashes, lenses and the wig, and I will see you in a moment for the final result. So this, guys, is the final result. I forgot to tell you about the brow, but you can see it's pretty basic black eyebrow, pretty basic black wig, some ears. I'm trying not to mess too much with this part of the face, but it kind of looks interesting in my opinion. I left the lashes. It's still a very pretty character compared to everything that she has here, so despite that fact, she still has lashes, so I decided to go with it, and it generally looks better on photos. So what do you think? Do you like it? Is this original character something that you would prefer to see more? Because this is not a cosplay as it seems. No, this is actually something that I just enjoy to do. That's why the little fella right here is actually a skull with elf ears. This is my thing. This is what I love. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here, and hope you like this type of videos too. Not only the basic makeup, but such kind of characters and special effects, because I still want to do a few things on my channel about the special effects makeup and like wounds and stuff. Yeah, So thank you guys, give it a like, don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye!